What's up? It's Play On News, and I am your host, the one that's love you, the one and only Lord Splice. I'm not DDW no more. So we have amazing news for you this time. I want to start off with the Book of Boba Fett. So the trailer just dropped. It's going to be on Disney Plus. I think it's coming out sometime in 2023 or 2022, excuse me. And it looks amazing right now. I mean, the graphics, the story, the fact that you actually have the original Boba Fett actor from the sequels coming in here and portraying the role that he actually took back over in The Mandalorian. So just to see him in this new type of environment along with Fennec Shan, an amazing actress, I forgot how to pronounce her name, that plays her, it's refreshing, and I cannot wait to see where this Mandalorian spin-off actually takes us. I think this is actually the first Disney Plus Mandalorian spin-off that we're going to be having. If rumors are true and there are other Star Wars shows coming to Disney Plus, as we already know that there are a few confirmed, this looks to be very promising if we can start getting more and more spin-offs. Like, for example, Ahsoka is coming out, and I cannot wait for Ahsoka either. So let's hope that this actually sets a good precedent, so that way we start seeing more and more Star Wars shows coming to Disney Plus along with their Marvel counterparts. So, Multiverses. Multiverses is a Smash Brothers clone taking inspiration from Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl, and it's going to be having some DC characters in it. Lately, more recently, the roster's actually been leaked. So some of the characters that we have Steven Universe, Batman, Harley Quinn, Jake the dog from Adventure Time, the guy from Adventure Time, I didn't watch Adventure Time, Shaggy, who his power set is all Ultra Instinct, Superman, Wonder Woman, Gandalf, Rick, Bugs, Tom and Jerry, Fred Flintstone, Johnny Bravo, Scorpion, Sub-Zero. And there's tons of notes on it. So, for example, they're going to be having stages like the Batcave, Finn's Treehouse, the Swifty Planet, and there's multiple variants of each stage. There's also different costumes and skins, and each one comes with a different voice actor depending if, you know, the characters from a different version of the show. There's all WBs percentage based, like Smash. Like I said, Shaggy's basically Ultra Instinct Shaggy. This gives them the Mortal Kombat excuse that everybody been wanting to have them in Mortal Kombat, but now you got Scorpion and Sub-Zero in this game as well, so you got all three of them in there now, and the stages look pretty good. You should see some of the screenshots here on the screen as I talk about it. It's amazing that what people can do in such a short amount of time. The Witcher. I love season one of The Witcher. It was really good. If nobody's seen that Vesemir short film that's on Netflix, you should definitely do it, as the origins comes into play with this upcoming season 2 of The Witcher, which has Vesemir in there. I'm a big fan of Witcher 1, 2, and 3. I've played the games, I've read the books, and I can tell you that Henry Cavill plays a damn good Geralt, and I cannot wait to see what's in store for season 2, because if season 1 is anything to go by, then oh my god, this is going to blow everything out the water. Witcher is one of the best things on Netflix right now, and I'm hoping for at least a 5-season run. Carol Baskin killed her husband.
Carol's bitching that she has this black cloud over her head of people thinking that she fed her husband to the tiger.
Tiger King 2. So if you haven't been reading the news or watch, the news reports and stuff like that, or watching TV and watching news shows, Joe Exotic from Tiger King 1 is still kicking and talking shit, even from prison. A lot of the people that was in Tiger King 1, their lives have been greatly affected by this movie in positive and negative ways. Jeff Lowe in particular, who I think took over Joe Exotic's zoo, and they got raided by the feds. I mean, this shit is fucking nuts. And Carol Baskin is actually now suing Netflix for this trailer that should be on the screen right now playing. Tiger King 2 is taking all these news stories that have been coming out and putting it in a new documentary form, and it's going to be released soon on Netflix as well. I cannot wait for this show. The first one, as stupid as it was captivating and kept me hooked for a couple episodes, so I can tell you right now, I'm really thrilled to see Tiger King coming back in some shape or form, especially since I've been following it, like I said, in different types of media to see what's been going on since Tiger King 1. It's interesting to see it now being played out on this type of stage. So everybody always argued over whether or not Die Hard is a Christmas movie, right? Or if Nightmare Before Christmas is a Halloween or a Christmas movie. I want to throw one more in the ring for this contendership, right? Hawkeye. The series just came out with their official first trailer. Girl that they got to play, Kate Bishop, seems really cool, and the premise is amazing. It's good to see Jeremy Renner back as Hawkeye, king of his craft at playing the character. But all controversies aside, this whole thing takes place at Christmas time, has Christmas music in the trailer, and is Christmas themed. Is this a Christmas TV show? Is this Disney Plus's first official original Christmas Marvel TV show, even before the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special? I think that's a good question, but The trailer, all jokes aside, the trailer it looks pretty good. It's really cool to see his trick arrows getting some shine as well, besides just the archery skills. I'm really curious to see how they're going to have Kate Bishop take up the mantle of Hawkeye by the end of this, especially if the rumors are true and Jeremy's not coming back to the role after this. I hope they don't kill him off. They had a very weird relationship in the comic books where he was like a father figure, but then sometimes, like in some media, like the Avengers game, you kind of got the vibe that she also kind of likes him in a way. Like it's very weird. So I'm curious what's going to happen in the TV show, how they're going to write him off, how they're going to play it. But at the same time, how is she going to take over as the main Hawkeye of the MCU? Is she going to join the Avengers and be part of the Young Avengers? Kind of like how Spider-Man was young, but also an Avenger. I'm really curious to see what's going to happen at the end of this TV show. I wasn't a fan of The Quiet Place, and I don't want to be quiet about that. Quiet Place is coming out with a video game. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I don't think I could think of something in the vein of Alien Isolation. The movie rather was actually really good, but I never watched it. I know my fiancés did. They loved it. It wasn't for me. I'm not a big horror fan, but I am a gamer, and I'm curious to see if this game plays like Alien Isolation or maybe like Far Cry. I'm really curious because it's Quiet Place. Everything has to be built around sound, right? And apparently once the monster hunts you, he's going to kill you. So I don't think you can do like sound and then escape, sound and escape, sound and escape. That kind of breaks the realism of the movie. So I'm curious to see how this game plays out and if it's actually going to keep staying in development. Because it's either going to be low budget, in my opinion, or they're just going to cancel it because I don't see much interest in this game. King of Fighters 15. So I was always a fan of King of Fighters growing up. I used to play King of Fighters 2 and 3 in the arcade all the time. Terry was my man. K. When I heard that there was a new King of Fighters coming out, I was ecstatic. Killer Instinct has been such a revolutionary figure in gaming since the Xbox One because they were the proof that you can reinvent old school games in this modern time with a different format and people will buy it. Guilty Gear Strive that just came out. It's an amazing style and a blend of different aspects from the cartoon, anime, cel shade style with the 3D backgrounds. Kind of reminds me of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and as well as DBZ Fighters. So with all of these new video games coming out, these FGC type games, fighting game community type of games, it's really good to see King of Fighters putting their name back in the ring, back in the hat, because they deserve it. After everything with Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, King of Fighters was always there, kind of like the third brother of the top three, and they fell off over the years. You know, Marvel vs. Capcom came onto the scene. Like I said, you got DBZ Fighters, Blaze Blue, you know, so it's really good to see that King of Fighters is getting the recognition that it deserves, and it's going to be pretty good. From what the initial impressions of the beta that I've been reading, most people likes the game, and if they like the game, most likely I will too. This is going to be one of those fighting games, the rare fighting games that I actually play, stream, and have in my collection. Let's go with King of Fighters, man. I can't wait to see what they're going to do. So, Notorious Studios. We all know about the Blizzard controversy and how they're renaming McCree and how the sex scandal and the Cosby suite and all of the stuff that was going on with the Blizzard developers. So, do you really think it's a good idea to branch from Blizzard, which already makes you feel guilty, and then create your own studio, call it Notorious Studios, like Notorious B.I.G., like, because you're criminals now, right? Like, and then top of that, put up your staff page, and every single one of your staff is male, and the only female on your staff is a dog. There's so many wrong things about all of that, but Blizzard developers did it. Lucy Lawless. Xena, the Warrior Princess. I loved this TV show growing up. Gabriella and Lucy Lawless actually just did I think a guest star on Lucy Lawless's new show. And they did a couple episodes together and they rekindled their friendship. And Lucy Lawless was talking about how she's been approached many times for Xena reboots and it's just never come to pass for one reason or another. But she wants herself to, and I think her studio, to make the next Xena TV show and bring closure to the character and be able to pass the mantle on the right way. And I'm all for this. I truly 100% believe that Xena is one of the most underrated TV shows there is in the history of TV shows. Hercules is another one. That was the first type of MCU style crossover, in my opinion, on network TV since Star Trek. So to actually see Lucy Lawless being interested in going back to the character makes me thrilled, and more props to her. If you you did not see her in Spartacus, please go watch that shit. Ahsoka. So remember earlier when I was talking about Disney Plus shows and getting things right? Hayden Christensen is going to be playing Anakin Skywalker. If you are a fan of the Clone Wars, then you will know that Anakin Skywalker is huge in that TV show. Interdynamics between him and Ahsoka is just, it's magnificent. That was a different actor. It wasn't actually Hayden Christensen's voice. So to be able to see Hayden Christensen taking his part back from the longest tenured Anakin Skywalker over the course of multiple seasons, and I think the movie. So in order for him to be taking his role back and putting him in that world as himself, I am thrilled to see the dynamic between Ahsoka and Anakin, Hayden Christensen, and Rosario Dawson. If they do get the girl that everybody's been floating around to play young Ahsoka, so we can go back to the Clone Wars and see Anakin and Ahsoka in live action during the Clone Wars, that would blow my mind. I cannot wait for that. So Ahsoka's coming soon. I think they're going to be starting filming soon, and I cannot wait to see what goes on. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I like Diamond when I played it, and it's really cool to see how Pokemon is evolving and in a way going back to its roots as well by putting new mechanics and mixing it with the old camera angles and some of the old mechanics of the original Diamond and Pearl. So right now with the way Pokemon is, we have all of these new stuff, these new cities, these new type of evolutions like Mega and stuff like that. So all of these things going on in Pokemon, you wouldn't expect them to go backwards into their old games, but that's exactly what they're doing, and so far it looks really cool. It's a mix and a blend of new style mechanics, old style mechanics with new type of graphics with the old camera style. It's very interesting. I don't think that all of the future Pokemon games going forward is doing this. I think this is more of an experiment to see if they could and how it would feel. If it sells well, then maybe, but for the most part they already confirmed that they're still going to be doing their new style Pokemon games going forward. Ghost Recon Breakpoint. When this game came out, I thought it was really good. I thought it had a lot of promise. I played the beta. I was impressed with the beta. I wasn't blown by it, but it seemed like a pretty good game with some great style controls. I am a Ghost Recon fan. I used to play the old games and I liked them a lot. I'm also a Tom Clancy fan. The Division is one of my all-time favorite games when it comes down to shooter, open world type looter shooters. The Division lacked a lot of content after the game, the main game. With Breakpoint lacked a lot of content in the main game itself, not even the after. It was just the main game. It felt like a lot of people got bored. I know even personally, a lot of my friends, as soon as they played like 4 or 5 missions, they just fell out of like for it. They felt out of feelings and they just decided to go to other games. I put up a pretty good fight. I played it and tried to get people to play with me as much as I possibly could, but even I got bored of it at some point. I think with the new Operation Motherland DLC that they're coming out with, I honestly think is a little bit too little too late, and there's nothing that could save this game. They shouldn't have even spent all of this money to make the DLC because that's just a waste of manpower. That could go to at the end of the day, nobody cares about Breakpoint. This DLC, I don't see it selling well. I think they need to focus on their hero shooter, Clancy and all the other, Splinter Cell type games that they got going out. If they allocate their resource and their manpower to that, maybe that game is going to be a little bit better because that one is not looking too great right now either. Quantum Mania and Bill fucking Murray. So Bill Murray is one of my favorite comedians of all time. I loved him in Ghostbusters, Groundhog's Day, Zombieland. Bill Murray has been rumored to be in Quantum Mania Ant-Man 3. He actually confirmed this himself after the rumors came out, and he just finished wrapping his scene.
Are you working with Bill Murray twice? Now he's gonna be in the new Ant-Man movie.
Oh, I've heard about this rumor, but it's a rumor. I mean, I think maybe they got, there was like some cross-pollination and they were thinking about this.
Oh, okay. Well, what could Bill be in the new Ant-Man movie if that cross-pollination happened?
Couldn't he be anything? The guy can do everything.
I do not think Bill Murray is playing King the Conqueror. He could be playing a version of King the Conqueror, I will say that. But the fact that he was able to film his scenes within a week or two and get the hell out of there means that his part I don't think is that big. He could be playing a cameo similar to when he did in Zombieland. The only thing that I think about that though is that's a little bit too on the nose, and then I don't think he's going to want to pigeonhole himself as just that Bill Murray cameo guy in every different type of movie, especially playing himself. So I fully believe right now that Bill Murray himself is playing a MCU character that nobody has thought of yet. I'm not saying an original character, just somebody that has not been kicked out yet. We can only see what time tells. As soon as we start getting closer, maybe we might get him in a trailer just as a little peek, and we could try to dissect something out of that based on what he's wearing or something, if you're the type of spoiler guy like I am. But for the most part, I'm clueless, but I am fucking excited. It's Bill fucking Murray, man. Buzz Lightyear. So this trailer is for the newest Toy Story spin-off movie, Lightyear. Now, for the most part, everybody keeps saying what type of movie this is. Is this the origin story of the toy after the toy? No, what this is the director actually, it came out. We all know Buzz Lightyear Star Command the cartoon, but what is the cartoon based off of? There's, for a reason, Andy himself, the kid that was in the original Toy Story movies, he had Buzz Lightyear, but it was a toy based on an already original IP in that universe. We all know animated shows are made off of things similar to what I was just earlier saying with the Witcher spin-off TV movie, animated movie that's on Netflix. Those things are always spun off of live action products or IPs. The cartoon Buzz Lightyear Star Command is based off the actual live action movie in a Toy Story universe called Lightyear. This is that movie that inspired the TV show, which takes place after the movie, which then they made toys off of. That is the reason why the toy looks nothing like the live action version of Lightyear, which you see in the Lightyear TV show, Lightyear movie. Oh my God, too much Inception shit going on here. So for the most part, this looks really good. You can see a lot with Buzzshot doing the slingshot maneuver, which is a Toy Story Easter egg deep cut for anybody that pays attention to that shit. He does a slingshot maneuver. It's kind of like every 1 minute is 1 year. So when he takes off and then goes around, by the time he comes back, it's 7 years into the future. This is the reason why you see the technology jump from the beginning of the trailer to the end of the trailer. There's a reason why you see his friend who has long hair, now she has short hair and a scar, because you have a time jump. There you go. Just gave away some of the plot to make things a little bit easier for you guys. Sorry to do that, but hopefully it makes it a little bit easier, and now it makes a little bit more sense why the movie looks the way it does. To infinity and beyond. Apex Legends. So anybody knows I'm a big Titanfall fan. I love Titanfall 1, love Titanfall 2. I love all of the lore. I'm a big lore guy. Ash is the latest DLC character to be released for it, and she's actually from Titanfall 2. It's really cool to see her in this universe along with a new map. But please, fingers crossed, can we get some Titan on fucking Titan action gameplay, please? Like, I understand it's not a battle royale. Maybe we can make it a battle royale. Just make a huge fucking map. But can we get some Titans in this game, please? I need a Titanfall 3 ASAP. Cowboy Bebop. 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's jam. So Netflix is on a roll today as they dropped the Cowboy Bebop live action trailer, and oh my God, is it spot on. I am so ready for this. I know they changed Spike's name a little bit in this adaptation, but I can tell you right now, it looks great. It seems pretty on the nose. Hopefully it follows the storyline of the TV show, the anime. But right now, I am excited, and this is one of the things that I'm hyped for the most right now. Finally, we end today our Play On News with a review of Guardians of the Galaxy, the video game. I was very iffy on playing just Star-Lord, but I can tell you, after now about 5 hours with this game, I could not see the game any other way. Most of the characters in Guardians is memorable. The storyline is great. It's a mix between the comics and the movies for these character adaptations, and I can tell you right now, their personalities are spot on, and I have been having a blast with this game. All week I've been playing it. I haven't been streaming it, but I've been recording it. All of that gameplay is going to be here on this channel, and if I can tell you how beautiful this game is, hopefully you'll be able to see it yourself. Between the combat, the lore, the graphics, very little glitches, I will rate this game a 5 out of 5. Till next time, game over. I love you, duddies and dudettes. Deuces.